good. We start with the water medallion. That means that we don't have to go into the basement dungeon. Actually, we might still have to go into the basement dungeon. You might be asking me, what do you mean basement dungeon? Well, listen, that place is dank and probably smells of an old basement. So, you might be saying, well, my basement doesn't smell like that. If it's old enough, maybe it does. You ever been flooded out and the stench just never leaves? Boy, oh boy, yeah, that was a thing that happened in my old house. Back when I lived in Chicago, like, almost literally half of my life ago at this point. The basement got flooded at least a couple of times because of reasons. Old house, rain. Oh god, I forgot my tracker. Hold up. That's a pretty good cause to be offended. Hold up, let me do that, and make a note of the fact that the first treasure chest I opened, I got hit by an ice trap, because, well, the stream title has to be correct, right? Get in there, and... oh yeah, it's trying to harangue me to care about the update first. I probably should update Emo Tracker at some point, but until such time, I say I don't care. I'll fix it eventually. And yeah, we may as well at least click on that thing to let us know that technically, yeah, we always have access to the Hylian Sword, Master Sword. Oh, goodness, no. Speaking of the phrase offensive hygiene, Gen Con started today. And I'm only on the periphery of Magic the card games because I don't play it anymore. But oh boy, thanks to their announcement of Mystery Booster Commander Edition, which is an excellent combination of two things that I'm a huge mark for with that game. There was this part of me that was like, man, I wish. Oh, we got some nut. Okay, yeah. Pieces of Triforce. Recovery Heart Bolt. These are legit. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Look, I did also end up picking up that Edge of Eternity's pre-con, right? I've already mentioned that before. So I'm like the worst lapsed anything that you could possibly imagine, except for maybe like if somebody wanted to look at me as like, hey, where do you stand in terms of the Catholicism? And I've never been a Catholic, so that's already a failure. But, you know, any of the jokes here about lapsed Catholics. Anyway, granted, that said, because there's been conversations around certain matters happening lately, I will say that I purchased the Edge of Eternity's pre-con from a reseller, and it was still sealed and everything, but basically because Hasbro and the CEO Chris Cox, which feels like a really wonderful thing to be named when you're a CEO, is to be named Cox. A lot of easy jokes there. Hey, Barrier Suit, nice. A lot of conversations. That guy talked about how much AI he wants to use and stuff, and like doing collaborative efforts with Harry Potter. And there were a lot of people. I saw a non-zero amount of people talking about how, like, well, you should quit the game because of the bad company doing bad things, and people being like, well, you can find a replacement for Commander. And I'm not going to tell anybody what to do here, okay? I am going to say that I'm like a really bad person for any of this. I would say buy anything, buy singles is the main thing. Don't purchase new product from stores And if you have to purchase something that is sealed, look for a reseller, which is still not necessarily great advice. But wow, an ice trap can be found at the market? I never could have imagined that. Regardless of any of that, I do want to say that there was this big part of my mind brain there that just sort of went, okay, yes, that's wonderful. I don't necessarily disagree with your sentiments here, but how many of these are the same people who, when I raised that I was a little bit not super interested in giving money to FF14 because Square Enix were so all in on AI, and I raised some lamentations about that. And we have to remember that this is also, like, even older AI tech, so if anybody wants to be like, oh, well, the environmental aspects are overstated, things are a little bit different a couple of years down the line, perhaps, but definitely this would have been older, so they probably would have been significantly more, you know, planet raping. But putting that part aside, I wonder how many of the people who were like, oh, well, it's not the same team, when I broached those issues, would have been in the same sort of category of people who were like, oh, well, you can just quit. You can just make a new commander, which I don't think is necessarily the greatest of, like, hey, card game design is hard sort of thing. And while Magic is definitely doing a lot of kicking themselves in the nadgers right now in various ways, replacing that would not be easy. I say, buy singles, buy proxies. And for the love of fuck, get a play group that is okay with that kind of behavior. If anybody demands you pay, you know, pay your, what's the term I'm looking for here? To your corporate, pay tribute. There we go. We'll call that. If any of them demand you to pay tribute to your corporate lieges, and especially if they don't fucking work for them. By the way, we've gotten iron boots at that location before, haven't we? That's funny. You know, you look that group in the eye and you go, fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics of the song. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. And you just moonwalk out of that store or that library or that basement or that, you know, bar room, under overhang, wherever the hell you are. I wasn't paying attention to my money, by the way. So I have to get some more money for that. And basically you just go, absolutely not. Also, we don't need to bother with Scrub Theater. Hell yeah. And I think at this point, it does sort of fall upon me that there's, like, a certain level to which it would be very hard for me to tell people to give up their hobbies. Do I advise it? That, again, remains up to you. But also that there is sort of a point where anything I say should just be taken as, like, take this under consideration and let the rest follow. But also, I still am into some things that are of questionable. I don't give them money, obviously. You know, as I've sort of gotten to, I don't give any of that shit money. But ultimately, it does sort of come down to existence under capitalism. I know I keep doing this with the stream, right? Existence under capitalism means that you have to choose where you consider your boundaries to be in terms of any of that, and what is acceptable and what is not. Because if you want to completely avoid getting into, like, you know, certain violations of that sort of code, you're not going to be allowed to enjoy anything. Almost literally, in fact. So again, keep it under consideration. And find other ways to do it. Oh, hey, look, another ice trap. That was well worth my time and effort. Oh, well. Anyway, that's enough of that for now. I could probably start rambling about some other terrible shit, but, like, man, I'm not gonna dig into that too much. Because, honestly, I think we've already kind of hit enough of the bummer proportion that we could possibly get on this stream, right? Think of the old Chip voice there. Bummer. It's okay. I think the one person in this stream otherwise who's actually, like, played Chip's Challenge. At least that version. Well, he's currently streaming right now, too. So, hey. Don't you just love this convergence of everybody streaming at the exact same time? Well, perhaps one of these days I will learn to reschedule or something. I don't know. What do I look like? Somebody who has plans? And the answer to that question should be absolutely not, because I don't have plans. Oh. I couldn't see that dude at all, and I didn't hear the sound cue. To be fair, I was on Twitch for... I mean, yeah, it's... That much is kind of... Hey! Wow, that guy was so far away from me that it took a second for the hit to count. It's like classic old school 3D gaming, right? Where you get that sort of shit happening to you. And actually, I guess saying that about the argument that I'm making earlier kind of counts too, because, like, hey, Twitch isn't a good company either. And here I am streaming on this platform. Although I guess if I wasn't, like, if I wanted to, you know, be Miss Clean Conscience here and didn't already regard myself as permanently tainted for other reasons, and find a streaming platform that wasn't being operated by absolute shitheads, what do I do? Like, come on, the answers here are Twitch, which is owned by Amazon, YouTube, which is YouTube, and also is owned by Google, I believe, still, so, like, on top of everything foul that YouTube has done. And then there's Kick, which is literally funded by gambling money, and oh boy, that's where the crimes happen. And that's almost not a joke. That's almost not just me being mad about, and by being mad, I mean being more like vaguely upset about fucking Drake and his gambling sponsorships that he was hawking on Kick. Because there's other gambling related shit there too. And listen, if I wanted to do that, I would just open packs on stream. Not you, Fire Drake. I'm talking about Drake the Music Man, the singer, rapper, guy who got absolutely KTFO by Kendrick Lamar a couple of years ago. And I don't want to say that that was the culture, but... Okay, well, don't worry, I don't mean you, is the point. You've never gotten into a rap beef with Kendrick Lamar. Probably. Presumably. I feel I would have heard about it sooner. Anyway. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm still out here talking about that as a cultural thing 2 years later. But, you know, I don't want to be too extreme about it, but I feel like that is sort of a moment that was the entire microcosm of the direction of our culture all at once. So, hey, if you don't want to hear about this part of the ramble, well, anyway, so there was a bunch of... I'll actually skip over it this time, but I guess if you want to annoy me later about these two very popular, famous musicians, and why I think that was a major, important thing. I will likely have forgotten by then, but hey. Time for me to set my stuff back up here for this location. Oh yeah, that's the graveyard ledge. I can't. It's also daytime, and I don't feel like waiting around for nighttime, so I will not be looking into that. Alright. Well, everybody, we're going into the spider house. So, arachnophobes, just don't think about it, I guess. Oh, 20 spiders has a slingshot. That's decently important. 40 is a red rupee, so we don't really care about that. 30 is the big bucks. We could care about that. 50 is a blue rupee. Wow, those rewards are getting shittier as we go. And 10 rupees for some arrows. So, to be honest with you, we very likely do not have to deal with spiders. The slingshot is nice, but I don't know how required it's going to be. So for now, I'm going to unpin that from my tracker. That's a recovery heart, so we don't care. Granted, I'm also out here with no way of dealing damage whatsoever right now, so... Here, have this chicken. Give me your 50 rupees. Hell yeah. I learned that I could do that by accident a couple of months ago, so... Hey, I mean, that's just free real estate, right? Get... Come on. Just immediately started thinking of something from one of the Sears videos. The beginning of his FF4. Anyway, forget it. Forget it. Let's get myself on down to ye old hole in the floor here. Got anything in here? The answer is maybe. Pieces of Triforce in the right hand of Desert Colossus. Hey, look, and there's one of those there too. All right. Alright, Windmill Man, what do you got? You have Bomb Chew Bag up there, so... That seems pretty important. Unfortunately, we can't get that while we're this short, so... We're gonna have to go and get some leg extenders of some kind. We'll go and acquire some more height. Which just makes me think, I don't remember if anybody remembers having seen these, but back in the late 2000s through to possibly the early 2010s, one of the most frequent advertisements I would see on the internet would be websites trying to sell you, there were pills, probably, some sort of medication to make yourself taller. Which, yes, joke about making yourself taller. Nobody's gonna get that joke either, sorry. I'll explain it in a second, but they were selling these drugs called, well, what I presume to be a drug called Height Max that was... It was probably some quack shit, but it was purporting to be able to make you taller. Anyway, obviously the whole thing here about the phrase "make yourself taller," a piece of Thutre force, and we've got a real piece of heart here. That the make yourself taller thing is a reference to Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. I don't realize if anybody remembers this manga whatsoever. No, it was Triforce. It was written as just Triforce, but with an E instead of an I. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if anybody really recalls this particular manga offhand very well, or anime. I'm going to reference episodes, so in this case, I'm going to say anime for this. Of basically, since the guy is like a really over-the-top level of depressed, he is constantly trying to end his own life, and at the slightest bit of pushback about anything, he just crashes out to a truly incredible degree. And will start screaming about how I am in despair! And in the first episode, one of his students catches him trying to hang himself from a tree. Yeah, a very dark sense of humor, to put it nicely. And when asked what he was doing, he said he was trying to make himself taller. So if I start throwing that phrase out there as like a random joke, it is intended to be like extremely kind of awful and, you know, a little bit grim. Wow, we were so close to those being the matching temples. That's funny. Very humorous. Yeah, so I will admit that I have kind of a sense of humor that some people would probably consider nowadays to be offensive or something, but wow, and especially the way I phrase it too, right? These fucking children and their, you know, inability to laugh at things or something. Obviously, I don't literally believe that, but I definitely think there are certain things that people are probably a little bit too touchy about when there are real problems to be upset about. And I don't mean that in the sense of, like, you know, turning into your average Blue Sky user being like, there's an orange in the White House! No. I mean that, like, when people get upset about quote-unquote problematic fiction and stuff like that, bunch of fucking babies. Anyway, we grabbed some money from that guy. Let's go and deal with the Shoot Gallery here. As we get to play our favorite minigame, How Do I Shot Target? Which admittedly is what I was thinking when I heard about some things about the CEO. Oh, sorry. I'm probably not allowed to make that joke without getting a call from somebody. It's... Don't worry, I'm not being serious. I'm just still constantly upset about certain things. Bumped your bag! Hey! Finally, something good from that guy. How many were in there? 5! Yeah, whatever. I'm not actually mad. Because, I mean, it opens things up. It's useful. I'm just pretending to be upset because that's, like, the main bit that I've got at this point. Redead eat their defeat... Huh? Yeah, Redead eat their defeated Is that a thing? I don't remember that at all. I'll take your word for it, game, but... Like, I do seem to remember somebody saying that in one game they do, like, eat the dead enemy. That, like, they'll eat corpses. I just am like, huh? Is that actually real? I've never seen it happen in any Zelda game. Then again, I guess it wouldn't be unusual for a hint in a Zelda game to, like, tell you some absolute bullpucky. Or if it didn't, it would tell it to you in a weird way. Like finding out that Dig Dogger dislikes certain kind of sound. Just the one. Oh my god. Oh, wow, okay. I was about to be like, shit, how do I deal with this? I can't see how many shots I have left, obviously. On account of I don't have anything for the B button. This, however, should still work. The B bit my button! Now my button big! Fuck off! Ah! I can't believe it. Yes, I can. But also, she didn't like my Simpsons reference. Alright, bottle. A real bottle would be useful. It could be an ice trap, which would be like, hey, it's made of a clear substance. Your winner! Thank you, Big Rigs. Okay, I was trying to figure out what was with this room. Because the angle's just... Oh, fuck your entire fucking life, you. Like... Wow. Not that I'm not used to getting ice traps, but 2 in a row from the Bombchu bowling alley is like... Man. And I spent a fucking king's ransom at that place, too. God, it's like going to round 1. And I'm pretty sure the things I got were about the same level of quality as... Actually, I don't know for sure. I've never been to round 1. The mall I used to go to every, like, week or so where we played Magic. They did have a round 1 there. Ooh, we got 2 pieces of heart, which I'll come back for in a bit. But first, I want my Goron bracelet. And my Kokiri sword, because, shockingly enough, everything in this shop is legit. This fucking bootleg merchant... Usually a bootleg merchant. Yeah, anyway, so... Round 1 does a lot of, like... promotional stuff with, a lot of Japanese properties. I guess it's possibly a Japanese establishment. I don't know for sure, off the top of my head. Megaton Hammer! Yo! That's pretty good. So, hey, there's our first ice trap. But they do a lot of stuff like that. Like, there was a Hatsune Miku thing recently that they were doing. And just, I don't know, anytime in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, it's a place where you play games, win tickets, get prizes. That stuff cannot possibly be good quality, right? Not unless you are playing, like, extreme levels of games. That would be, like... Otherwise, it's, like, something you'd have to get, like, trillions of tickets to get off of the floor of, I can find that for 25 bucks on eBay sort of level. For you to get anywhere beyond the level of, hey, you literally just bought that at the other store in the mall that sells anime bootlegs. Holy shit, Silvers. Holy shit, Silver the Hedgehog. Also, this place had only 5 bucks for money. That's amazing. And fuck you, dude. What do you mean I didn't have to buy the shield? Ah! I also forgot to mark it on my chart. Whoops. So, yeah, there did in fact used to be a shop at the mall that sold a bunch of, like, kind of anime style. I assume that most of it is very, like, extreme low budget and or bootlegs. Oh, I forgot how many I got hit by. Was it 3? It was 3. But I do remember I bought I spent, like, I think it was 25 bucks there, and I bought a set of keychains of little figures of characters from Fate Stay Night. Back when I actually kind of cared a little bit about the Fate series, which nowadays, yeah, no, that is continuing to underwhelm me every time I look at it. 10 bucks for an ice trap? I mean, I could. More fun for him, he says. Yeah, alright. Whatever you say there, Torgo. Torgo. Ah, what a fantastic name. Nah, I don't have money for anything else, dude. Yeah. If we were going to be pushing for another, like, huge bundle of ice traps, then I definitely would have, like, gone for it. But unfortunately, I went in there with 0 rupees, and the place only gave me 5, which is, like... That doesn't happen. Usually I come out of the treasure box game and it's like, by the way, here's so much money that you literally cannot hold it. You got 1 progression item, 3 ice traps, and you found literally all of the gold rupees in the entire game. At which point I just kind of go, alright, sure. What do you want me to say about that? Is that... GTG has a bow. I mean... Most of GTG needs a bow anyway, so... That would be real silly otherwise. Anyway, I hear this guy honk-shoeing over here. As he's wont to do. He's named Talent because you get him out of the way using a bird, and... Oh, wait. No, I bought this thing recently after much deliberation, and I'm kind of hoping that somebody else in this household gets the mail before I do, and they get to see... They won't get to see it because it'll be in the package, and I don't think the package shows any sort of visual of what the object looks like. Unfortunately. So it won't be quite as good, but I bought a little figurine of Tiny from Dota 2. This is a thing from, like... God, I think they may have released this little figurine over 10 years ago. But it's him in his smallest form, carrying a tree. Holy hell, we got a big sword. So, mark that off. Bomb Shoot Shop technically does still have a thing. So, Tiny is this little rock golem, and as he gains levels, he gets larger, because obviously he's named Tiny. It's, like, almost contractually obligated that he become large as a consequence. I screwed that up. Good job. But he's carrying around a tree, and of course he is very small. When he's at full size, he can carry this tree around, and it's like about the size of a baseball bat relative to him. But the reason why I wanted this, other than the fact that I think it looks really cute, no matter what, and I am a Tiny enjoyer, is that back in the day, so Tiny can just get a tree to fight people with in Dota at, like, any level now. They made it a basic ability that he can use at, like, he can get it from level 1, and he picks up a tree and he hits people with it for, like, a couple of attacks. It's nothing really huge in that regard, other than the fact that it's the size of a tree, so... But, you know, it's not that special. But back in the day, in order for Tiny to have the tree, you used to have to buy Aghanim Scepter and pay, like, all 4,200 gold into that. And that takes a while to farm. So, if you ever saw Tiny at, like, the tiniest form, from him not leveling his ult whatsoever, carrying around a tree... Something very silly was probably going on in that game. And so to me, every time I see, like miniature Tiny carrying a tree, it's just like, I just start chuckling immediately, because it's just like, yeah, you know what? There's some goofball shit happening here. Unfortunately, Valve, or whoever is balancing the game for them, just kind of, they decided to change how Tiny works, and while it's probably better now, I do also sort of miss the period where it was like, okay, yeah, this is one of the funniest and also kind of one of the rarest sights that there is in the game. It's just like Babby Rock carrying a absolute, completely gigantic tree. Oh well. It's alright. If you want funny shit in Dota nowadays, you have to settle for fountain glimpsing. Wow, okay. Okay, thanks, Malin. I appreciate it. She got triggered hearing about fountain glimpsing. And to be fair, I get it. Somehow that has never happened to me, despite the fact that I've been in plenty of games against Disruptor. But I have to say that if it did, I would probably put a fist through one of my computer monitors. Because that would just be awful! Asterisk, for those of you who do not know about this. So, Disruptor, who is a character in Dota whose actual, like, character name is Disruptor, it's not his title. It's very weird that this is the case, but, he has an ability called Glimpse, which he can use to put a target back to where they were 4 seconds ago. So if you use this on somebody who has just used a teleport, they go back to where they teleported from. So in this case, fountain glimpsing is the act of hitting somebody with that and sending them literally right back to the spawn point. Except now, their teleport is on cooldown for about 75 seconds. So they have to walk back. Which means that they lose, like, 30 seconds or something. I forget how long it would take to walk back to walk back to where you were from, you can teleport from Fountain. But you lose all of that time in the early game of money and gaining experience in particular. It's one of those things that's just like, you look at it and you go, why do you not see this on literally every team that is able to actually pick Disruptor? And typically the answer is because there's other shit they can do, but... But it is also, like, one of those things you just... I don't know, that's gotta be pretty high on the list of you hear about it and you just go, you are joking kind of things. Like, it sounds so unbalanced. And to be honest, it kind of is, because Dota balance is a little bit like, hey, yeah, what if everybody had at least one incredibly stupid thing they could do that is completely game-destroying? And this is always true, except when you're talking about your main. Because then you look over at them and you're like, well, this character does nothing. Not literally, obviously. Don't at me, this is a joke. And no, I don't maul that hard about any of my characters ever not being in the meta. I just look over at the meta at that point and I go, you mean I can actually kind of play Visage? What the fuck? Actually, I don't think Visage is a character that's really gotten, like, more powerful or anything recently. It's just like, maybe I just finally got good at that one very specific character. What I haven't gotten good at is not drawing my sword and falling backwards. Although, to be honest, I do kind of do that sometimes just for the humor of it. It's very funny to me. It's like... It's just very... an interesting thing that happens. I'm just going to wait out here instead of... I could go deal with the left side of the map, but I don't really want to. I could also put bomb shoes and, you know, climb up that part of Zora's River. But hey, don't you guys want to see the big skeletons instead? They're not going to be, like, truly gigantic because I don't have a great way of, like, extending nighttime or anything. And I'm not turning on cheat codes to give me permanent night. Although, yes, you can do that and you will get some comically massive skeletons. Out at Desert Colossus, the levers have a very kind of similar mechanic on some level, where they will... Oh, geez. And thanks a lot, Emulator. I'm glad to see that you're only 99% perfect. But when you kill enough of the levers, they will spawn in a big purple one. Oh, by the way, I should probably have marked this, shouldn't I? Yeah. As I start walking into a corner. And there is actually a room that uses that in Spirit Temple in Master Quest, where you have to kill a bunch of levers and the big purple one. There is nothing in any version of the game so far that, not in either of the real versions of the game anyway, that requires you to kill a giant Style Child. I wonder if that's a thing that can be set up through, like, whatever editing tools exist for this game. Which, surely there's something, right? I've never really gone looking. I don't know, I might do sometime, just out of curiosity. Screw it, I'll build Master Quest 2. This time it's personal. This time it's personnel, kid. Anyway, take a look at this massive rod. Oh wait, I'm apparently not supposed to say that on Twitch. Sorry. Ow. Well, I got my money back with interest. Hell yeah. Got the fire arrow. Is this going to be another playthrough where I get all of the elemental arrows before I get a bow? Those are always really funny. I kind of love when that happens, even though it objectively is really annoying. But on the other hand, it's funny as hell, and that's the important part. Really, the fact that it's funny is why any of us are here for any of this, right? You all love it when I fail, but mostly when it's in a really humorous way. Found this humorous. Hey, there's our winner, piece of heart. Only like 3 minutes after being called a loser. Game is weirdly hot and cold about the matter. Oop. All right. Donk. And dog dealt with. That's nothing. Honestly, it's probably not even worth picking it up at this point, but hey. 20 bucks is arguably kind of useful. Aw, $20. I wanted a peanut. Anyway, we're coming out here to DC because there are some free items here. I also forgot to look up what big pose were, but I'll find that out in a minute. Damn. The old classic, getting hit by the ice trap. Ooh, we got a Bolero of Fire, so technically I don't have to reset after this. Even though I'm about to go into Spirit Temple and be able to do absolutely nothing. I don't have a hook. I don't have a bow. I've got this hammer. Please, hammer, don't hurt him. We got a Triforce off of that thing. Good stuff. We got this music, which is like the most, got the most going on any of the temple themes. The others tend to be a lot subtler than that. And of course, Sheik gave me an ice trap because that's kind of how it be. You know, like that sometimes, right? And thank you for the bomb shoes. Oh, by the way, the game auto-assigned me Lens of Truth. I don't have magic. Why would I want that? I mean, I guess technically most of the time I don't need both bomb shoes and the other thing at the same time, but hey. They're like weird teeth and lips that they've got on the base of... And I just don't like BMOs. Not in any of the games, but this one in particular, they are a special breed of absolute bunghole. I was gonna say, surely I can do that, right? And don't call me Shirley, etc. There's just a dog in here right now. Yeah, because I think I need Zelda's Lullaby to get that chest. This one, however, not so much. Oh yeah, I guess I could get an item in Child Spirit Temple, but I don't really like that idea. That place sucks. I just might have to at some point in order to get there. But yeah, getting this one without hover boots, kind of tough. This one silver rupee is in like a really bad place. Ugh. I think my problem is that I'm rolling near the edge, and that actually does kind of cut down on your jump length, which is odd, because you'd think, oh, hey, I'm going faster, right? I've done this before. I've done this before. I've done this without hover boots before, and I hated it, but I have done it before. Ah, there we go. I can't wait for this item to be a complete dud, so that way I can just be like, yeah, of course this would happen to me, because I'm the sort of person who's like, hey, I won't let my complete lack of skill get in my way. On the other hand, it's a key ring, so... whatever. Apparently these guys don't steal your shirt anymore. I could have sworn they did, in fact, steal your tunic in this game, but apparently not. Like, is this just some sort of weird Mandela effect where in the vanilla game where I was given some reason to assume that they steal your tunic in the vanilla game, and yet they actually don't? Am I crazy? Am I taking crazy pills, chat? Oh, I don't have a shield, so I can't stab. I can't crouch stab anyway, so I can't do damage storage. Damn it! I should have bought the full price Hylian shield back when I had the chance. Ugh! Oh well. It's so weird to just refer to chat. That just feels like such a weirdly, like, young person kind of thing. But I don't know. I've heard apparently that it's reached a point where it's when young people are saying that, they're referring to one of the AI applications, and that upsets me greatly for a myriad of reasons. In fact, so many that I'm pronouncing myriad wrong. Yeah, there it is. There's our practically requisite huge rupee at full money. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. And go find a an ice trap. Huh, I'm surprised that thing held up in the place like this, but hey. Now... tag an absolute buttload of things in here. Oh yeah, we already got the DMC volcano. We already hot-footed it into the volcano. Wait, no, that's the wrong major N64 game. That, like, changed the industry or something. Nice. You know, honestly, this is going too well. What did that have to say? I was too busy being an idiot. Shadow Temple is... a lot of slingshots. Well, I guess we know where both of our bullet bags are if for some reason we decide that we really need them. That's a heart piece. That's vanilla. Boo! I suck at doing the inputs for a lot of these songs. Any of them that require the A button, it's just like, oh, well, now I gotta coordinate two hands. Well, fuck. You may as well ask me to... something. Wow, a blue rupee. Cool. I think we knew that, actually, but I certainly don't remember. Oh yeah, let me remember to tell the game that I had the Scarecrow song. Not that I can really put that to any use right now, but hey. I can get back across the... oh no, there is a rock there. So that's a little bit hard to say. Rock. Move that. And... remember that we got that, so now we go to the scrub center here. I still haven't gotten my hookshot hint yet. So I'm doing this shit in a funny order. Bombs! You want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have 10 rubies. Hey, look, it's more bombs. And by that, I mean, it's not 2 bomb bags. That'd be weird. I'm kind of curious if anybody's ever had a seed where they just go into a 3 scrub hole like this and they just get all 3 of certain of the progressive items. I gotta assume that the response to that would just be like, dude, what the fuck? Because honestly, that's what I would say. Anyway, there's a lot of shit for us to do in Goron City. Because we're actually coming here with an almost laser-focused set of gear to help with this. Alright, which way are you coming from, Squirt? That way. Hear my name and tremble. Yeah, I wish I could say that to anybody. Have that actually get anywhere. Well. Oh. I already have one of those. Is that a real boomerang? That's a real boomerang. I'm just getting here for the first time. So, regular boomerang, regular piece of heart, heart container. What, are all of these legitimate? Yeah, this guy has surprisingly legitimate wares for once. And by for once, I mean, honestly, it's probably happened before, but... Yeah, I haven't had a way to get to Goron's shop as a child yet, but I think technically I can. Did I roll a baby seed? It's starting to feel like it. Not on purpose, but... The way this has been going, this is actually like kind of the babbiest seed I've had for this in a while. Which does make for a little bit of a nice change of pace after last week's 4.5-hour monstrosity. Where it was like, hey, I was in go mode for 2.5 hours, but because I'm shit at the game, I got nothing done. Zelda's Lullaby. Okay, yeah, this seed cannot possibly be legitimate. Oh yeah, I just didn't think about that because I forgot. Oh yeah, Bomb Chew. I guess I could just blow myself up, huh? Ah, yes, that's more along the lines of what we usually expect to see out of this place. And anywhere else, for that matter. Now, unfortunately, I cannot complete Dong as an adult right now. Because I don't have a bow yet, nor hover boots. However, I can still go in there and plunder for a good amount of treasures. Man, I wish I had a shield. Because I could then handle those, I could handle those lizards. I almost called them reptites for some reason. In one attack. There is a bow at Gerudo Training Grounds. And I'm trying to think how much of GTG I can actually do with my current gear set. And I think realistically it's like 2 checks. On the other hand, holy shit, 10 things, by the way. On the other hand, if I got my hook shot, which I should go get the hint for, finally, I could do a lot more. I could do the room that requires silvers, which is worth a lot by itself. Alright, is this scale legit? There's Zora Skelu and a Zori Tunic, which we already knew this one was fake because we got Gravity Suit earlier. Oh, the stick is real. By the way, look at this guy. He's got another Gravity Suit on the other side wall. That one is full price, though. Alright, what about this smug-looking asshole? He's got this. He's got a Pace If the Triforce. Windmill Man had something important, but I've forgotten what it is. Oh, right, it was bomb shoes. We actually don't need that anymore. Anyway, I'll show this guy my flute, and he's going to give me an ice trap. It fits the character, really. I know that if he could do that canonically, he would. So, no further comment, really. There is some more shit to do in town, and I'll worry about that in a moment. Oops. Visit the SFM. Visit Source Filmmaker. Well, I mean... I wish I had Minuet of Forests, that way I could get the one child check very quickly, but... Ooh, fish bottle? Fish bottle. Excellent. Oh yeah, I can go and visit the Composer Brothers thing. So, alright, I can't finish the entire Royal Tomb, but I can do some of it. I'll deal with Dampe in a minute. I'm sitting here just, pretending I don't notice. I pretend I do not see it. Just nut at that keys, and, I don't think they drop nuts, so I'm probably not going to get any returns on that, but hey. Oh, whoops! That's enough out of you. I missed it like that. It was... Yeah, well, I guess stabbing doesn't really give you a whole lot of, like, surface area. This is the actual reason why thrusting weapons are of questionable quality. This is the actual reason why Alan dislikes spears. Because they don't have good hit detection. Guy's ass whipped by a Sung Mina main in Soul Calibur or something. I don't know. Or there's got to be some other characters that fight with like full-size spears in fighting games that I just cannot remember off the top of my head. I think technically Scorpion's thing is occasionally referred to as a spear. But I would be a little bit more specific and classify that as being more of a harpoon, really. Does one Smoke uses get called a grappling hook? It might. Although my recollection of that is that it's much more of a fork than your average grappling hook kind of looks like. Whoa, hey. That's about to be a little embarrassing. Alright. Hey, you. 20 bucks. Okay. Another one of those. Yeah, this is going way faster than usual. When's that gonna switch over? I guess it depends on when I actually do the escape properly. And it's SFM, which we cannot do as an adult. But we can do as a child, so we probably have to go back in time and get that. Now, right, yeah. I do remember in one of the movies, which would be the second one, I believe, it came out of his hand. But yeah, I thought it was like a much heavier sort of thing than just that. She'll tell you that I've last looked at those sprites that specifically a while ago. Alright, let's go talk to Rooftop Man. After I fuck this up a few times, because I usually do. Excuse me. Apologize. I'm very tired at various points this week. But honestly, I don't feel like I'm that tired today. Alright, let's do this carefully here. And he had $5. Well, so much for me showing off the only real trick that I know. We currently cannot go into SFM as an adult, but I can go do all the shit on Zora's River that I kind of ignored earlier. That does also mean doing my absolute favorite thing in the world, and this is not sarcasm, of completing Ice Cavern with 1 bottle and no blue fire arrows. That's only slightly mind-numbingly tedious. You know. No big whoop. Grab on the wiki as harpoon-like. Smokey's open. Right, yeah. The sort of, like, trident-y thing that he has as his machine form. His human form is probably something different, but I don't need to go in there. Yeah, mostly a Scorpion moveset. I don't remember if it's the same kind of, thing, basically, but yeah, I remember he had sort of like a trident kind of fork sort of thing that was on his cable. And I don't remember if he does anything like that in MK9. Where he was a human. Actually, they had human versions for all of the robot guys in MK9 as playable, if I recall correctly. So you got to see Cyrax throwing his nets around in a normal way. Okay, well, there's Neighbor's Love over there. That is a thing I'm going to tag as such. And just sort of go, gee, that would be really annoying to get, and I don't require it at the moment. Oh my god. What am I doing? Because I need a hookshot to get into Goron City Scrub Grotto anyway. Or Song of Time. Oh yeah, I can do Great Fairy Fountains now because I have Zelda's Lullaby. I am so not used to that. Because usually that shit just doesn't exist. Anyway, come on, game. Let me just hammer the red ice open. Like, okay, I can use the Master Sword as a chisel for that, right? What do you think that stuff's made of? Like, what is it a frozen form of? Also, since Blue Fire, I believe, is described as... Yeah, Blue Fire is described as being cool. So is Red Ice hot? Is it like Fire Element Ice or something? This isn't actually a secret reference to Chrono Cross. I probably at some point still need to go back and play the other routes of that. I also need to remember, because since I have the remaster, that also has Radical Dreamers in it, so I need to remember to play that, because I've literally never played Radical Dreamers. Hey, I'm not close enough. Bottom of the well has our golds. I mean, if we find Song of Storms, that could put golds as being like a very seriously good thing for us to get. Oh, that's pretty good. That's the sort of grade of programming that I expect out of the 90s, really. Especially, I mean, Midway was just pumping that shit out at a crazy rate, too. Plus, they had a ton of other stuff they were working on at the time. They had quite a lot of arcade games. I think the pinball division was Williams Electronics, though, and they were owned by the same company at the time. I don't think Midway did any pinball stuff for themselves, though. I used to know a lot more about pinball, which is weird, because I've never, like... Okay, I wouldn't say never. I appreciate a little bit of pinball every once in a while, but I wouldn't say that I've ever been, like, a hardcore fan of pinball, and also I'm too uncoordinated to ever possibly be good at pinball, so... If anybody's wondering if I'm secretly a pinball wizard, Or if I might be if you were to, like, permanently remove my eyes, ears, and ability to speak. The answer is no. This is a reference to, of course, the... Anyway, you guys... You guys understand the Tommy reference, right? It's a fucking 60-year-old album at this point, almost. God damn, it's almost 60 years old. Came out in 1969. That's almost... What the hell? I'm like some kind of fossil. Looks over at an entire chat room of people who are all older than me. Who are probably laughing about this sentiment. Listen, to be fair, it's not like it's a new sensation. I'm pretty sure that, like... I'm pretty sure that the most commonly recurring thing that any human being has ever thought is, holy shit, I'm old. And, like, you start thinking it as soon as you come out of the womb, right? As soon as you're able to, you know, process the concept of, holy shit, I'm old. You start looking over at how much time has passed, and you just go, oh my god, I'm so wretchedly old. I'm pretty sure that even, like, 3-year-olds think that, because they look back at the fact that 3 whole years have passed. That's a long time. To which all I can say is, well, don't worry, it gets even longer. And you're never gonna stop thinking that you're incredibly old. Nothing ever changes for long. Weirdly comforting, but also frequently very upsetting. And that's why nostalgia is such a powerful market. It's why, God, his name really is Palmer Luckey, isn't it? Yeah. That sounds like I'm being fucked with, but that guy, the, you know, weapons merchant, Palmer Luckey. Weapons merchant and tech entrepreneur, I guess. You know, they're coming out with that mod retro thing for the N64, which is just a clone console, and in the back of my head, I'm just like, okay, it doesn't really matter what you dress it up as. If it's not the original thing, on some level, I'm just always going to think of it as being kind of just a Hyperkin. Not that I think Hyperkin ever had anything that specifically had an N64 cart in it, cart slot in it. But it is like, man, people keep reinventing the wheel here, and wouldn't you know it, it's round every time. But yeah, it's because that sort of thing is a source of... We all feel that way, and that means that it's always possible to turn it into something profitable. The wave of nostalgia and nostalgic products that exist now, not unusual from anything that has happened in the past. I don't know, maybe I'm the crazy one because I take comfort in the phrase, "you're not special." Is, you know what happens to people who are special? They get killed. Well, maybe not always literally, but definitely, being the special one is a good way to have terrible stuff happen to you, you know? Anyway, I guess there's nothing of note in this room, but I will pick up the nut, because we are completely out, actually. Oh no, that's bombs. Never mind. Disregard that. I am the fuck out of here. Later, chumps. Excuse me. Oh, time to go back. Yeah. Hey there, chumps. Sorry. Can we put all that behind us? That was a little rude of me. Oh yeah, there is a frozen thing in here. I forgot about that. I just wanted that to be able to move on to the next room a little more easily. And of course, with nothing that can hit the flyers, this is a great time for the game to just send them out in force. Alright, so I should just be able to push left from here, and... yeah, that's that one. Oops. Maybe one of these days they'll give Link a jump button in 3D. Give Link the Rock's Feather, I guess. Oh, hey! Go suck those up. Well, we're almost done here. Almost done with the worst puzzle room anybody's ever seen. And hey, to make our lives easier even, we have... the iron boots, so we don't even have to go backwards for this, through this. Oh, hey. Now, I do wish that we didn't have to go in and out of the cave twice in order to get the shop and the king available, which, I mean, maybe we won't have, but... yeah. Putting a timer on that on this would be kind of annoying. Yeah, I guess I'll just do shop as a kid. That's very true. May as well, even. Yeah, I mean, if I get a second bottle in the 2 drops here, then, well, I may as well do it all at once. I mean, there's usually fair cause to come back here as come back to Zora as a child. And especially, we have a scale. Going to Lake Hylia is not a bad idea anyway, and we can go pick up the item at the bottom of the lake, and we can take that to get back over here. Now, obviously, we also have ZL, so we don't need to do it that way, but considering the item is there, and there's some other stuff that I can get as a kid, may as well, right? Heart chest is, that wasn't complete yet. Okay. And bombs. Oh yeah, if that happens, I'll just be like... I'll make a funny face of some kind. I don't know. Nice. Blue fire. Yep. That's about the long and short of it. Watch out for the propeller. Oh. Oh. As Bonker from Clay Fighter. Yeah, so I'm like, wait, which one is Bonker? Is Bonker the clown? Oh, hey, there's Minuet of Forest. It's very funny. I was just mauling about how I could really use that. But yeah, Clay Fighter is one that I would have to be a little bit cagey about because... Yeah, at times... Yeah! Why am I taking out the hammer? Sucker! Whatever, he heard me, I don't care. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, be careful about that, cause... Yeah, some of that has aged quite poorly. Wow, a Kokiri sword can be found in the market, huh? Cool, I'll be sure to remind the little goblin who I play as for the start of the game. Oops. Funnily enough, that opened the thing up soon. Yeah. I haven't played a Clay Fighter game in a while, though, but I definitely remember enjoying playing it when I was younger. I got a copy of Clay Fighter for the Genesis that is very possibly still sitting on top of one of my bookcases, and I didn't put it back into my cartridge bin. Oh, yeah. Is that it? There it is. Oh, yeah. I also think I closed the wrong location on that. No, I didn't pop that up. Let's go deal with these things real quick. Because there's a couple of things here in Adult Lost Woods. GTG is already available because of... But yes, I know what you mean. Horseback archery soon. The bridge is open, so... Very funny that since I didn't go to this area's song point, the detection still works. Okay, Lone Scrub is pointless. Thank goodness. Yeah, thankfully I did the smart thing about horseback archery. And I removed 1500 as a location that has an item, so... At the very least, I won't have to do that. $1,000 is usually... I usually don't play so badly that I can't hit 1,000. Can I set it to always be in a... Probably, but I don't remember how to do that offhand. But yeah, let's pick up some other just freebies over here on this side of the map real quick. I feel like these stones have been pretty heavy on the fake hints lately. At least today. Oh, for sure. That would be pretty good. I could eventually get to a point where I just turn all the unimportant items to ice traps. And then it's just like, oh yeah, anytime... No small chests exist anymore. Oh hey, we already got Horse Song earlier. Let's wildly overfill our wallets. The classic. The classic. Drop in here. And do our scrub thing. Alright, well. I unfortunately don't know of a good way to replace that with an ice trap permanently, but hey. EP feature put. Yeah, that would probably be helpful. Is that the only Zelda game where he puts the money back into the chest if he can't use it? Huh. Weird. What, did somebody at Nintendo here that people were not impressed with the money mechanics in the game, and they forgot that it was the amount of times that he looks at the blue, etc. rupees. Over $100 used for the... Jesus, what? That's insane. Did, like, nobody buy it? Wow. I mean, I think a complete dud prize in a case like that is what I deserve for cheating his little minigame, but also, fuck that guy. Anyway. Like, it's very weird to me, because I don't know, I feel on some level that TP is a very popular Zelda, which I will never for the life of me understand. Midna can't carry that game entirely on her hips. But well, I mean, I would have figured that it would have sold pretty well. So that there'd be enough of them around. Maybe people just aren't selling them. The ones that they did pick up. Hey, there's Crow stuck up there. Never mind, he's not stuck. He bamboozled me. Crows and ravens are actually supposed to be, like, really smart birds, so that kind of makes sense. Fuck! He clipped the top of my hat! My weak point. That time I was actually able to get that guy, so... Hooray! At least that one is actually a real item, so... In my defense, this time I don't have a bow, and the hookshot can often be really bad to hit things with. I guess. Yeah, so that Scrub's pit was full of nothing. It can't be beaten with me verse gone? That's like... I know you can't 100% it, but... Can't be beaten at all? That's... Huh, that's wild. Great choice there, Nintendo. It's always great to see these companies looking over at features that, like, ontologically they know that shit has to not last forever. And they just go, oh, well, nothing lasts forever, so it's totally fine. As the discs outlast those features 10 times over, basically. Like, I mean, that's fair. I just wanted to be sure. Because, yeah. And yeah, that is honestly basically like every game dev, to be fair. I mean, think about how many games have just been permanently rendered unusable on some level or another as a result of any of that. Because it's a lot. Well, yeah, but you can actually use the Tingle Tuner. Those cables to hook up a GBA still exist. I think I have 2 of those even. Possibly as many as 3. I doubt 3, but definitely at least 2. Yeah, I mean, that's also totally reasonable. It's just the first thing I thought of, because I know I also started thinking of those cables. Anyway, we go this way. Now we've got the roll interruption hazards here, instead of this being a stealth section. Colonel, I'm trying to enter the Gerudo Fortress, etc. You guys complete the rest of the joke on your own. The reference, you know, snake being dummy thick. It was a good snake voice. Well, I'm glad for... Oh. Okay, that didn't work as well as I thought it did. But I can get myself back up onto this building pretty easily. At least there's that. Am I gonna just, like, get over here and go, oh, this is much of a pain in the butt. I need to be a little too precise. Never mind. It just wasn't showing me my red dot when I was aiming at the scarecrow. And that's about what I should have expected, really. Oh well. Alright, gang, it's time to go into GTG for the first time of what will probably be like 20, because I know exactly how this shit goes. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to remember that for the future. But I do technically know that it's doable now. I guess, for some strange definition of words. Yeah, we just hassle those guys nice and severely with our jump slashes. And please let this be the bow right off the top. It's the Stone of Agony. Son of a bitch. Technically, I can use that for things, but, I mean... Wow, that puts stuff into logic that I honestly kind of knew about the location of most of them already, but hey. Maybe part of that is just the fact that having the hammer helps with that, because then I don't feel like I'm wasting bombs that are semi-precious. Just like certain types of rocks that sometimes look pretty cool. Dang. Alright, we got another 5 chests we can gain access to right now. Once we complete a couple more rooms anyway. Whoops. Didn't mean to waste that. It's a consequence of me just sort of fumbling over the D-pad a little bit. And my positioning there is pretty bad. That's much better. Wow, and that did actually give me proper red dot targeting for that, so now I can really see how short of a distance that is. Like, sheesh. That really is basically nothing. The hammer in Zelda 1? Is there a hammer in Zelda 1? There was a... The hammer in Zelda 2. I am blanking on that pretty heavily. Wow, it's wild. Maybe I've got to go back and do second quests in Zelda 1 at some point. That'll jog my memory on some basic gameplay mechanics. Which it'll be real funny watching someone try to do second quest when they barely remember how to play. Right? Right. Alright, anyway, doggos. Come on. Oh yeah, I get... Also, I realize the joke is that it's like, hey, yeah, because of bombs in Zelda 1, that's true. Bombs in Zelda 1, they don't like to give them to you very much. Although I guess technically 10th enemy has the bomb, as it refuses to explain exactly what it's trying to say there. There's our bow. Thank fuck. We can not actually complete this place yet, but we can do quite a bit more, that's for sure. Oh, I think that's usually an ice trap. Come on. Well, there's our key ring. So we don't have to be able to 100% this place to be able to go and get a huge pile of stuff from it. Another ice trap. Which is funny, because that... Isn't that usually the only trap that the invisible... Isn't the invisible chest usually the only chest in this room that's not trapped? Or, like, the others have just complete dud items. I don't even remember if there's a key in this room. Oh, there's gotta be a key in that room, right? Pretty sure. Okay, I'm curious. Can I hookshot my... Well, I won't really be able to find out now, will I? Alright, well, let's try this shit, because I haven't humiliated myself enough today. Told ya! Did get there eventually. Whoa, hey, hey, hey. We got that in one loop around the thing, which is kind of impressive, but... Hey. Nocturnal Shadow. Nice. Fuck me. There's so many ice traps in it. Well, I suppose that's to be expected, but also... Whew. I don't know if I was expecting all of them. It's sort of... Oh yeah, remember to... Up. I mean, I guess, but it's like... It's more than I was expecting, that's for sure. And that one is to get us out the other direction. I believe. Open this. This. And we just have one more Magma Slug there. Your shield. The most useful thing that does, by a wide margin, is let us do crouch stab stuff. I mean, maybe not literally, but it certainly is one of its most helpful things you can do for us. Just have to remember, don't target during that. The damage source would have allowed us to kill freezers in single hits, but fortunately it was not to be. Uh-oh. I can just grapple to the torch, I think. So I can grapple the torch from the toilet, right? Not. Oh, it's just very tight. Okay. Ugh, damn it. Yeah, that was just me screwing things up. Well, truth be told, we got the thing that we wanted out of this place this whole time. Yeah, we need hover boots to do it, and we need Song of Time to do toilet anyway, so... Let's just go get the items out of the maze. Probably, but... That may have changed by now. Wow! Wow, this place is very condensed with them. I'm surprised they're not a little bit more scattered in a case like that. Jeez. Well, there's Din's Fire. Oh yeah, we got Furor's Wind earlier, which I forgot to mark because it's not a progression item whatsoever. I mean, technically it makes it easier to do that one. This is... Right, I think we knew that that was somewhere else, I just forgot where. That, honestly, is kind of on me, but... Hey. Who knows, maybe we'll get Hover Boots and Song of Time in here. No, it's probably all going to be ice traps, basically. Oops, all ice traps except for the one bow. Oh, there's stick capacity. That's useful. And there's a... That's 2 bows inside of this one location. That's... amazing. Those last 2... So, yeah, we'll just unpin that, I guess. Anyway, now I get to think about what do I feel like doing, because I got a couple of things I can do. You do not have a magic meter. Actually, hold up. Is this really what I want to do with my life here? What am I kidding? I can actually do a lot more of this place now. In fact, technically, I think I can complete Spirit Temple. You better believe I'm not going to go fight that fucking boss, because I don't want to, but... Well, maybe I will if I completely lose my mind here, but hey. Oh yeah, I can go to the Great Fairy Fountain, right. I'll deal with that in a second. That's as close as I can get. So... Is my thing lying to me that I can get this? I need to go into the... Okay. I didn't think I'd have an angle to actually see it from there, so... Oh no, I did have a red dot on there. Okay. I didn't think I had an angle on that. And it was really not worth the effort anyway. As always. As one should really just expect at this point, really. Ow. Also, I don't have a magic meter, so a lot of this stuff is going to remain easy. Child. I pick up a boomerang? Yeah, I picked up a boomerang and I forgot to mark that like a million years ago. Great job, me. Great thinking. Saying I was thinking is a bit of a stretch. But what else is new? Ah, not worth it. Right, with no magic meter, there's, I think, a few things that require fire that I can't really do right now, but I'll deal with that issue in a bit. For now, mostly just doing this. This one doesn't have spiders. That's a different part that I'm thinking of. Right? Yeah, just use the old technique of just press the button until they die. Oh yeah, we gotta redo this. A little bit of scenery every time. What a choice. Anyway. Yeah, like over here, I can't get at that, can I? On my current equipment. I knew this though. And get nothing out of there. No, I don't remember how to open that door. I know what it leads to because it's a shortcut, but in the back of my head, I just don't remember how to open it. Pick up the nut. There's still another Gex here for some reason. Very nice. Goes quite a bit. I will wait to deal with the rest of... Well, pick up the rest of child items, I guess. Except for getting the right hand chest. I will pick that up while I'm here. The outside right hand chest, I mean. On the old right arm of the Forbidden One over there. One of the very small number of the Exodia pieces you can actually get in Forbidden Memories. Because they, for some reason, didn't allow you to get all of them. This start the fire? Yeah, it starts the fire. Let me think this through for a second. I don't think I can very easily, like, shoot all of these. Yeah, I'm gonna just say that I'll get the chest when I go back to being a kid. Or if I get a magic meter while I'm exploring the rest of the dungeon. Asterisk, unless it's on Twin Rover, in which case I'm not gonna do that, because that shit sucks. I don't like that boss. It's no Bingo Bango Bongo, that's for sure. Or whatever his name is. Ah, whatever, dude. Yeah, see, now it gets even easier. Also a Hylian shield. I could believe it. Right hand. It's a Triforce. That's pretty nice. We're up to 15 so far. I can't believe that my questionable decision making has still gotten me to a place where I feel like I'm on pace for a semi-normal run. Yeah, that guy's up there. I'm not interested. It's starting to feel like it. I didn't change my settings since last time. So, it's kind of a surprise just how babby this is ending up, but we're still there in this sort of situation. With, like, the babbiest seat anybody's ever seen. Oh, I have no fire. That's gonna be fun. I have to do the Anubis shit without fire. And with no Song of Time, that's going to make one of those rooms suck a lot, too, actually. Anything else? That was a setting I had done last week, but yeah, nothing else has changed, so... Oops. I wasn't expecting to make that sort of movement. Now, I believe one of the spots we want to go to is, in fact, over here. No, apparently not. Maybe if we jump across from there, but also... Yeah, and then this last one. Yes, this is the one that is in the position that would require us to be in the hover boot spot there. Unless there's somewhere else I can go in the room to get this last one. Does that stay permanently open? Yes! Good. Okay. I was worried that it wouldn't, so... we'll deal with that place in a minute. This is easier if you nut them to restun them, but I don't like the easy method. Plus they recoil back when you do that. Which is annoying in its own right. Did it go back into hiding? Wow. I didn't realize it'd do that when you got that far away. Alright. Visible chest in the hallway. Yeah, they're in slightly offset positions there. Well, there's a Hylian shield, so we got that going for us. And there's a second bottle. It's very funny because you were predicting those in the Zora shop, which means that surely we'll get magic meter at the hand on the statue, right? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. Just saying it'd be real funny if we also got the other item on the hand over here. And it's not. Well, oh well. Let's equip our hookshot and get back to work in the rest of the temple. Because there are still a couple more items for us to pick up here. fine. It takes me getting bored. Fuck. I think this gets mashed all the way into the spikes. Yeah, but at least it just pushes us off. I don't feel like blowing these guys. Fine, I'll get out the fucking bomb chews. These guys are the worst. Well, at least it's not gonna enter into getting stunned mode. It's not gonna be like, hey, you didn't get a direct hit, idiot. That's my fault. I sort of blinked a little bit on that one. I fucked up again. Wow. I really don't like this room very much. Decided to lurch that much over, really? Ugh. Okay. Good job not grabbing the wall there. Would you grab the fucking wall, please? And maybe with something a little bit more substantive than your feet? You're fucking kidding me, man! Yeah, this is why I don't... There's a lot of reasons why I don't usually come in here, but this is one of them. Ugh! I really have to, like, just gun it whenever any of that happens. I just... And also, apparently you can't lock onto this without being just dead on. That's... Really? There we go. Let's see if we can, like... Can we glitch this one out, or is it literally only the one in GTG? Well, we got through there, and it was not worth it. It was, however, very funny for us to get set on fire and on ice at the same time. Alright, well there's the item from here. After 10,000 beers, yeah, that's just about... That's a pretty good explanation of what happened there. Alright, well... Good input. Alright, let's go back to being a kid, because we've got some stuff we can do there. Oh yeah, I should probably check these, right? Spirit medallion in a vanilla location, which is funny. Oh yeah, I should have some new stuff I can do in... Yeah, I have some new stuff I can do in Ganon's Castle. I can also go look for the boss key, which I haven't remembered to do up until now. And I can finally go see if big posts matter. Instead, I decided to dedicate myself to goofing for a bit. I mean, yeah. To be fair. Yeah, don't forget about that. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Huh, good to know. And there is our engorged bomb bag. You might be saying, why'd you call it that, streamer? That's a good question. I kind of regret it now, but it's too late. It's too late for that. It's far too late for that. Hey, cool, we completely missed and it still worked. And there's our probably not important key. Oh, right, the other strength upgrade was in bottom of the well, so... If we have to get that, then things have probably gone terribly wrong. Okay. Do it this way. Fine. Yes, I did the scrubs earlier. I usually do that, like, immediately. Alright, well, with that hashed out... That wasn't really worth a ton, but hey. Checking it off is probably a good idea. Signpost, right? No, just talk to him. Okay, good. That shit doesn't matter. Hell yeah. You'll love to see it. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go grab the stuff outside real quick. And then I swear I will go back to being a kid. Wait, I can go do Dong, can't I? What was the thing that I think mattered for being a kid? Haunted Wasteland is foolish, so... There's only one item there, so I can just mark that off. You see, doing that was worth it. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I can do as a kid anyway, so yeah. I forget what the scrubs had. But I think there was something nice there. Alright, well, there's our blue fire arrows, which would have been a very useful thing to have earlier. I could have gotten that much earlier. I think I got Goron Bracelet in a shop. Yeah, and I saw Neighbor's Love in a place on the overworld. And I ended up saying, I don't need that, because I need a magic meter. I don't remember where it was now, but I do remember saying I didn't need it, because I needed a magic meter. And yeah, if I find that, then it will be like, hey, I have all of the magic items and no magic meters yet. If I were to go and pick it up. Very funny. Okay, let's pull this up. Check the child map, and... right. Zora's River. We get our absolute nothing from her. Would have been a good place for it, yeah. Serenade more like Serenata. Let's go hit the target real quick. Yeah, no, I don't have it yet. That's the only dungeon warp song that I'm missing. I'm still off. There we go. There's the Sun Song. That could have been handy earlier. Oh, right, that's where Nehru's Love was. Right. Oh. Right. Anyway, yeah, that's literally all the magic items before I can cast magic. Very funny, game. Very funny. And by that, I mean, boy, this is the sort of thing that would make me have, like, an absolutely catastrophic crash out under the right circumstances. Okay, we can finally go address the Zora's Domain shop, which I've had in my menu for like a month here. Yeah, there's our Belair F Fire. There's nothing here. There's nothing of value in this shop. Wow. I can't say as I'm surprised by that, to be honest with you, but it does kind of hurt me a little bit. I mean, true. Bombs. Okay. That's not really, And the item in the bottom of the lake is a purple root. Don't care. Let's go fishing. Been this long. I mean, we haven't fished in a minute. Okay. Alright, let's fishing. Come on. Hey. Yeah, exactly. Upside, you can enter water temple. Downside, yeah. Yep. Well, there's Saria's song. That's good, but we'll tell that guy to take a hike anyway. Admittedly, we are getting dangerously close to having to do Frogs minigame. Well, maybe I won't have to. Alright, now pick up the chicken. And of course, historically, we've always been real bad with this because of some reason. I don't feel like it. Screw that. But I could have had a bow much earlier, apparently. Actually, you can drop down to that when you're an adult, right? I mean, in that case, that's like all 3 bows in a very confined space. That's quite funny. And that's half of that fanfare missing for some reason. Oh, okay, more like 20% of it. But, hey, no upgrade, so... Not sure. It seems like a place you'd be able to just drop off to. But maybe I'm just saying that because of how the other thing is mirrored. Temple of Time is foolish. Okay. So I assume that means none of those items matter. We can probably beat this with no dungeon beats. No dungeons beaten. I mean, yeah, in that case, that's definitely doable. Frog's holding a fairy bottle. Again, that should be for the mini game, so that's not a necessity at least. That's good. Come over here and collect our magic bean, which is 30 arrows. I didn't even pay attention to what it was. I forgot that he says as much in the message, so yeah. Silly of me, but hey. This will go back to giving me an easy path to Dampe. That should be enough space to do this and not overdo it. I hope. I might have screwed up. If I did, whatever. I just had to play Sun Song a couple more times then. Big whoop. Oh, hey, there he is. Alright. Now, Dampe, what have you been holding out on for me here? Well, we know that's a fake. I picked it up anyway, though, out of, like... I feel like I should, I guess. It's okay, I'm pretty sure his other items this run have been good. So... Play the flute at the Re-Dead. And yeah, we continue having no magic meter. So we can't get the item in that one location there. So, there is some other child exclusive stuff we can get. The item was the item in the Sun Song Grave was a heart piece, I think, and the item that Dampe had was an ice trap that was disguised as the big Goron sword. Alright, Darunia, you got anything? Oh, he's got one of those. That's pretty good. We haven't had one of those in a minute. At least it sure feels like it. Very nice. Alright, fine. I just wanted to get out in front of him, but hey. Also, we got the urn in one, which is a thing that almost never happens. And Hot Rod had nothing for us, as is supposed to be expected once in a while. Fuck's sakes, man. I missed the down input there twice. Yeesh. That thing on. Go. Let's try going in from this side. I don't remember if we can do anything from over here, but it feels like it would be easier. No, we can't do anything from this side, not without fire. Okay, fine. I'll get out the nut. Deal with this guy. See, this time he'll hold the handle. That's right, Tav. I nutted on a skeleton. It's a not uncommon behavior in this game, is nutting on skeletons. Oh. Yeah, whatever. Chest is nothing about it. It's one of the green rupees. That's funny. Love when that happens. Wow. Oh yeah, I did turn those on. I was gonna say, this is a room where, in the original, there's a Deku shield that's supposed to show up there, and it's glitched. But as you can see, it's very much not glitched this time. Which I think technically means that in the logic of the randomizer, that may occasionally be the place I have to go to get a wooden shield. Which is fucking bonkers to consider, but I've been stuck without the wooden shield for longer, and because it was in shittier places, but that still doesn't make the idea sound fun. Nevertheless, I would like this game to be working as intended as much as possible. And that is a case where I think you can safely say that the shield not spawning there is in fact not the game working as intended. And that is an item of no consequence. Good stuff. All right. Just throw a bomb at a spider. It's honestly kind of a fair reaction, all considered. Oh yeah, I gotta go open that thing real quick. Whoops. Whoops. Well, at least this part of the dungeon stays solved across time periods for some reason. I gotta restart, because I fucked up some pathing. Would you two schmucks mind shutting the fuck up? Come on. Worst noise anybody's ever heard. Okay. It's a large chest, so it might actually contain an item. Unfortunately, I do have to kill this annoying thing that is, like, really easy to kill. Oh my god, of course the shield. Of course the shield. It's a fucking shield. Of course. Well, I can't complete this dungeon now, so... That'll get me back to Hyrule Castle the fastest. What have you got to say? Oh, it does now. I think we already got that, so... And if we didn't, there's only one place it could be, and we can't go there right now. I mean, technically I should have gotten the Lost Woods Skull Kid done, but too late now. Okay, what was I gonna do? Right, I was going to Dong. Inputs slowly but steadily there. Plus, there's some freebies I can get along the way. Starting off by going this way. Damn it. I thought for sure I'd at least depleted those pretty heavily. I don't care about the fucking rug. Why do you gotta tell me about the rug? The material conditions of the rug do not matter whatsoever, and they just exist to interfere with my rolling. Something about getting into character as a Goron by accident, but... don't turn around. Not like that. Real stupid. I just tapped down on the control stick a little bit too much, huh? That's better. Well, that makes up for how many times I fucked up over there, I guess, but... Oh, there's Song of Time, which is... It's in a great place for that, really. Open anything for me? It opens the toilet room in GTG, but that's about it. A lot of my woes continue to be sourced from my not having any magic meter. But also no hover boots, and or no long shot would also be a helpful item if I could do that, but... Well... We're gonna go check the Dongos in a couple of minutes, and it's hopefully gonna have our win condition in there. That'd be nice. Conditions, I suppose, because we need to try. Oh, fuck you. I don't even think I need money anymore. Means, yeah, nothing, basically. Always. What's the lobby scrub have? Arrows. Boo! Don't care about that shit. Excuse me. It's not where I'm going, don't worry. I have this to deal with first. Well, there's a wallet. That would have been helpful a couple of minutes ago. Well, also because I literally just had the rupee from DMT Great Fairy. Although, yes, that too. Kind of felt like doing that. Slightly different notes come out of them for once. Don't care, because as you can see, it's a heart chest, but I don't care about that. I don't need that much health. Not unless I start doing boss runs, which I'm going to avoid doing. Oh, that's great. That's always fun. And by that I mean kind of terrible. God, yeah, the lighting just made it look like it was the standard blue suit for... All treasure. That's not important. Oh, that's a lot. Alright, scrubs. Mere mystery item. Well, there's a bottle for that useless Big Poe. Literally trades for just a recovery heart, so big fucking whoop. And the other guy had an ice thing. I need hover boots in order to skip this fight, don't I? Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Of that, I'm just about certain. Hooray! Finally something has a chance of being a real item. It wasn't, but it had a chance at it anyway. So for a second I thought I actually had the blue thing there. I was going to be very surprised. Alright, let's finish this off. Dungeon away. Yeah, I would hope for it to also finish off the run, but the way this goes, yeah, that'll never happen. Not from this place. Nothing there. I was really hoping I could get another hit in. Unfortunately, no. And this guy requires at least 2 hits, even if you do enough damage to him in one. At least I think you would be doing enough damage to him in one to kill him with a jump slash from the big Oron sword. But aside from that, he does require that, so... They're not even real bomb chews. Jesus Christ, game. You're being a real asshole today. What else is new, though? I mean, this thing is always kind of rude. Kind of needlessly so. At times. Heck. Oh yeah, shooting gallery. Yeah, that's Royal Families 2, which I can't do right now because I don't have a magic meter. Alright, dude, it would help if you... I was gonna say it would help if you gave me just the blues at the very end, so that way I don't... Oh! Stick sensitivity. It's a good call on my part. It would be over there. And yeah, if I hadn't lost my, if I hadn't had that rough stick sensitivity there at the start, would have got that in one. Meanwhile... Technically, I guess the other child dungeons exist too, but... Okay, so the big bow at Gerudo Valley was fake. Huh. There's a lot going on there. That's the first thing that I thought of there was, hey, yeah, that... Interesting. Alright, it's time for some boners. I don't know how much damage they take from the bow, but I've never really thought to use it before. But somehow it does sort of make sense in a weird way. Seems like it would be good. It's a counterplay or something. It's a pity you can't really, like, pierce through their shields or something, but hey. Alright, another large chest here, which is surprising. There's only 5... Fuck you, game. There's only 5 things that we can get before we get the key ring here, so... I mean, yeah. Something. Anyway. Going this way for some... You might be asking me why, and that's a good question, but... I just chose to go this way, I guess. Nothing on the island. You know, check the well chest. I don't think we can... Yeah, we can't open it because it's underwater. Yeah, I can't breathe underwater. Whatever. Keep nagging at me if you need to, Navi. I'm fine. Not that long of a well. Ah, there's our key ring. I can with the hookshot trick. Okay. Well, I'll just do things the easy way. Oh yeah, I forgot to... The hammer does work on those, right? Or at least in certain locations. We just fought that way, the guy the intended way, but I didn't feel like it. Alright, big box, come on. It's facing the other way. No, it's nothing. For fuck's sakes. I'm just spending so much time not getting anything. Oh yeah, that'll do it. That's the way you do it. Play the guitar on the MTV. Okay. There's like... Okay, there's a small number of major items we can still get. There's still 2 magic meters, 1 slingshot, because the other one's on spiders, 1 hookshot, 1 bomb bag, 1 stick upgrade, 1 bottle that I think is in a, like, weird out-of-the-way place anyway, the hover boots, and then there's 12 Triforce pieces. Game, how hard can it be to just let me end this? The answer is yes. Oh yeah, 3 songs, right. Oh, right, frogs had the last bottle. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. Faster. I mean, yeah, this is definitely taking way longer than it needs to. By any metric. Shut up. I'm busy. Okay, that is something that we should try to go get. Alright, I guess we could look at it that way. Oh. Sam, am I positioned such that this thing is just gonna chuckle immediately as soon as I look in that general direction? Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. Wait. Okay. Done that. Fuck! There's just so many of these. Just... Yeah, of course the guy's shield protects him. That makes sense, but I wasn't sure. However, apparently that's the rough equivalent of, like, a whole Master Sword Jump Slash or Vigoron Sword to hit. Try another dungeon at this rate, I mean, possibly. Oh. Slightly too fast there. Whoops. Alrighty, let's go deal with this guy. Remember, I still have no magic meter, so I have to retwist this corridor without a fucking fire arrow or Din's fire. I have to actually time it properly, which I'm not looking forward to. Just felt like doing that, that's all. Oh, I was way high at the mark there. Oh, we did get it in 2. Not counting the one that I shot at it just for fun. Out here. Right, because this is where the scarecrow shows up. Okay, let's go get the on the chessboard. Or we can just ignore it. And I played that like shit. I should have stopped as soon as I heard the noise, but I was like, oh, I can make that, surely. And I really can't. However, I can go down the whole room in one go if... Oh, right, I have to actually shoot the target first. Here, let's do something funny. I think this clips us out of the world. Oh. It waits for us. Huh. I could have sworn that that's supposed to clip you out of the world. Anyway. Where'd those arrows go? Take them. I still got a couple of chests to go pick up real quick, and then there's dealing with the basement. And then I guess we can fight Phantom Lancer. Honestly, I think I only want to do that if I'm at, like, 1 left. But I'm getting quite exhausted by this seed, to be fair. Uh-oh. Controller issue. Redo that. This is why I need to remember to just plug this thing into a cable. I think it was that one. Oh, well, I mean, fair enough, I lost track of over dealing with the having to replug the controller. And by replug, I mean reinsert the battery, basically. Power cycle it because it disconnected, but it didn't shut off. I think it's just like the Bluetooth part in my computer is probably not the greatest. Then again, with the fact that several of my USB ports don't seem to work very well on my Mobo, it's very possible that I just have, like, absolutely wrecked the fucking thing with heat at some point. That might have damaged the Bluetooth adapter as well. Please be something. I can't even go into fire. It's a magic meter. Holy God, after 4 hours of fucking magic meter, finally. I don't care if this is a randomizer. Miyamoto, you're a bitch. Miyamoto, I don't even think worked on this game. It's just that the only Nintendo guy who I can name off the top of my head right this moment. Shigeru Miyamoto out here catching strays, yeah, you know. Truth be told, not unusual for Nintendo in any sort of, like, video game discourse ever. Deserved or otherwise, which, I mean, okay, yeah. Nintendo is a corporation like any other, so they frequently do suck, but... Man, sometimes you'll get people who are attributing the wrong thing to them, right? Oh my god, the fucking... I haven't had that happen in actual years. That's better. Yeah, see, now we get to see things dropping magic jars, which is, full? Kind of? Alright, let's go and beat the boss. And by that, I mean go and deal with the basement, because I don't feel like fighting Phantom Lancer right now. North Horn is... I'm trying to remember what new thing that is offhand. Other than the fact that it's new, I guess. Oh yeah, I have to... First. Occult Crescent. Oh, I see. I didn't do any of that because to me it's just like I'm not a fan of the Eureka style stuff. And it's just like, wow, Eureka what, 3? Maybe 4? No, because Endwalker I don't think had a Eureka. It had the place that shared the name with it, but that was just a deep dungeon. And that item is nothing. I don't feel like fighting Phantom Lancer. Fuck that shit. We're gonna just save. Fumble that. Was that actually a Eureka? I thought it was just more of like a Heaven on High or the whatever the other place is. Oh Lord, I can't remember the name. That's great. Whatever. I thought it was a deep dungeon, not Palace of the Dead. There we go. I thought it was like Palace of the Dead. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Palace of the Dead. Heaven on High was mostly alright. Hey, this time I managed to actually do the inputs correctly. Cool. Can I find, like, anything in the last couple of parts of the tree here? Actually, now that I have fire, I can get... I can get one item in Spirit Temple. No, POTD is Palace of the Dead, which is a piece of content in Final Fantasy XIV. And it's one that I don't do very often, but I don't dislike it. It's alright. Oh yeah, I should go and talk to the Skull Kid. Maybe he'll give me, like... Word? What am I... Word? What am I saying about words here? No, maybe he'll give me Song of Storms. And I was playing that, like, in time with the music for a second there. Not perfect or anything, but hey. Fuck you, Skull Kid. I want my mask back. Technically, it's not my mask in this timeline because I didn't touch the mask shop, but hey. We got 4 checks that we can do in Tree. Then we have also got... got Great Fairy Fountain at the castle, which I should probably have done already, and yet I haven't. Then I can get Bottle if I fucking hate myself. And the whale. Shut up, dude. I wonder what item I've left in here for like 3 hours, by the way, because I've been able to do this for a bit. At least this part of things. Well, we're 1 away now, so that's good. Kind of wish spiders had one, but then I'd probably have to farm to like 50 for it, wouldn't I? Knowing my luck, abso-fucking-lutely. Alright, take out Din's fire. Yeah, I get it, Navi. Nice. Also, in the process, we took out the other thing there. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that seems about right to me. I don't feel like fighting the boss now. I kind of just want to go get that item that is, No, what am I doing? I can do that with Adult Link faster. Remember, there is a check that we can do at the graveyard right now because we have fire. They didn't respawn, and that was the last piece of the Triforce. Well, what was I saying about making a mistake for, like, you know, dragging this out way longer than it needed to be because of poor decision making? Classic.